So before I talk about anything today, I would love to pick on a topic that has been on my mind all day. I was opportune to open Twitter this morning, and I was seeing sad things. Um, a lot of us, this country right now, all of us are young, and a lot of us are young, and this country is managing to get to the spirits of everyone. It's heightened. People don't have light, they don't have water, they don't have insecurities at an all-time high. Kidnappers are having a field day where everybody's enjoying. A lot of negatives are thriving, and a lot of positives are going down. And a lot of Nigerians are pissed. Even me myself, I am pissed because cost of living has skyrocketed. These things is normal. Citizens' feelings get heightened. Do you understand? But now, today, I was just on Twitter, just going about my day on Twitter. And I just said, this morning I had some time, I was opportunity, I opened Twitter. I opened Twitter to just take time off. And I see that now you have fellow citizens planning a coup against their fellow citizens. If you want to even do something where it's revolutionary, I think you should be facing our politicians. If you want results, let's probe our politicians. For our politicians to say a jogoje, snake swallowed money. Do you know how irrelevant we are to them? They don't consider us. That means they don't think we are anything. They don't think we can do anything. Now, if people opt to sell their votes, it's out of hopelessness. You need to give them hope. People can't just strive when there's nothing. And these people are even poor. People that even sell their votes are poor. These people, the people in government, they understand that part. They want to rig elections. They want to rig elections, but they still want to do it in a way where they can still convincingly, even though all of us know that it is rigged sometimes, they can still convincingly say, oh, this is why these things are happening. And the points that they bring up is mostly poverty and what's it called? It's mostly poverty and lack of education, ignorance. So these things are issues that we can tackle to the best of our knowledge and bring evidences, let people have hope, restore hope. People won't sell their votes if they know that their votes count. That, oh, we can kick this person out. He hope in the sense that if they say that snakes swallowed money, where's our judiciary system? There are young people in all these industries. They can't say, it's not must you follow what your fathers did or what your leaders did. You can be the revolution that we need. Start something. I watched a video. There's a US guy. His voice is not heard right now, but that's something. I kind of loved it. A friend of mine sent me a video during the time that Trump was initiating the missiles attack. He was standing against him. They were bundling him again away from the scene. But it was lovely to watch that someone stands for something. That's what humanity is about. That's what life is about. If you are somewhere, if you are somewhere, if you are in a post of opportunity where you are tasked to do something, even though it feels like, oh, it's going to be tough to do, it's your duty to do it. Because God will judge you, God will ask you, did you do your part in those moments? And there are a lot of Nigerians suffering now. If you are a religious person, it makes it worse. The sins of these people, I honestly believe it will be on your neck. God will play you sins of people that are dying or people that are leaving Him, all because you failed to do your part. Oh my. All because you failed to do your part. So it's better that, oh, you do the right things. Now, when we are planning coups against ourselves, we are just feeding into the narratives of these people. When politicians want to now table it, they'll say it's violence. I remember in SARS, when they wanted to scatter in SARS, they said it became a violent movement. They didn't acknowledge the fact that they killed people that night, even not for the DJ Switch that had videos. They would play it in a way where, oh, this is why these things happen. And most times you have to be strategic with your movements. These people, they need education. On this side, I even understand why someone will sell their votes. I understand. People suffer. They will gamble whatever for today's meal. People are actually suffering. People are suffering. There's no way that they see a chance and they don't up on it. Then aside people that are suffering, election has always been a wager of two. It's a competition. You have two people, probably two different ideologies, different people pushing for different things. So the thing, some people, without even selling of votes, without rigging of elections, some people are on this side, some people are on this side. So the fact that you're on this side, it does not mean that this other side is wrong. You guys, you have your truths. Both of you are saying something. There's a reason why the candidates, you believe in them. So if someone else now comes and says it's a must you vote for their candidate, that way it becomes tyranny. You should understand. I don't know if it makes sense, because you are imposing on the other person, and it's a democracy. It's a democracy where people have freedom of choice, freedom of decision. They can choose whoever they like. Oh, this is the person I like, I'll vote for this person. This person I like, I'll vote for this person. It's not your own. Your own is to do your civic rights. You go to vote. You can if you believe in a candidate long enough, it's like a dream. You can campaign for a candidate. You have countries like US where some people say when they hear that you are on the other side, they oppose you, like they hate you. It's starting to happen in Nigeria. I love it, because political party is not a place to be. We need we need to be situated where we strongly, firmly believe in something. But at the same time, you need to like dial it down a little. You need to put humanity first. You need to understand that people have choice. They can choose. I understand that we are in a very tricky spot right now. It feels like, but some people can see reasons to persevere. Some people can see reasons to like go through the process. They believe that, oh, this person that is leading us to greatness. We just need to suffer at the moment. Now, because you don't see it, it doesn't mean they're entirely wrong. They are doing their part, you are doing your part. As a citizen, another privilege now that we have, regardless of who enters, you can always protest, you can always hold your people accountable. It's not really, I know, I say these things as if I'm not living in Nigeria. I understand that it's tough right now. But look at what GST is doing. I think GST Africa on Twitter. Those are pages. They are trying their best to hold the government accountable. I think the other pages, but GST Africa is the one making like major strides right now. You can, I think Budget Africa, where the budget money for a road, they break it down. Now that's citizens are already starting to do something. It's only a matter of time before we figure out a way to probe these people. It's only a matter of time. There was a period I watched a video where they went to go and lynch a politician or a police officer or something. It's only a matter of time before we arrive at those points. Me, 100% support. If you can see a budget, you see whoever is behind the budget, you realize they don't do their duty. We can't lynch them. Anybody that has the confidence, they can't take on these people. Do you understand those kind of things? But in a scenario where you are going against your fellow citizens, it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive because you are attacking people that you can attack. It's more like you're attacking the fellow weak. Instead of you to form unity and go and attack people in power, you're attacking fellow people that they don't even matter much. If you think the selling of the votes is how your favorite these useless politicians enter, is a lie. The most useless ones amongst them are the ones that are most callous, and they'll do whatever to get into that position. And that's what people that are selling votes, that's what they understand. They know that, oh, regardless of what happens, these people will enter. So they just realize that, oh, let's sell our votes, or they just do whatever. It's now your own choice now that, oh, we can't allow them gamble our life, we can't allow them waste our future. I hope I'm making sense, and I hope it does something. I hope it does something. I don't talk too much about the topic. I just felt pissed that we are going at ourselves when we should be going at our politicians. Our politicians are the devils. They are the ones after our lives. We need to attack them. We need, bro, we need to do things about this country. We can't keep watching this country. Do you understand? I wish Peter Obi was more vibrant. If Tinubu was the opposition by now, during Jonathan time, we already had occupied Nigeria. These people, that's part of why I feel like these things, and a lot of things actually come to play in politics. You might even think Tinubu is like an entirely bad president and is fighting for the people. Things are not just like sitting in place yet. On the side, I know that there are people that are making this mission hard. And those kind of people, they need cane, they need beating, they need punishments. Our rule of law is flawed. Our constitution is flawed. We need to revise a lot of things. Nigeria doesn't just get better. I love this nation. I don't want to leave this nation. But at the same time, when you start imposing on other people, that's tyranny. That means that's what's happening in all these Muslim countries where you have them imposing on their women that they shouldn't wear hijab, they shouldn't do this, they shouldn't do that. Imposing, if I have my belief, I have my beliefs. I'm a Muslim now, for instance. I can't now come outside and say everybody should be a Muslim. That's what's happening in Kano. We need to go against us like that. have to consciously ensure that you are not one of them. You don't become that kind of person where you want to impose your beliefs. You can preach your beliefs. You can. What I'm doing with these videos is trying to get people to be motivated to do things with their life. But on the side, I can't go and force someone to go and do something with his life. I just know that I'm doing my part. I'm talking. It feels like nothing. But to the person, to someone, to the mind that needs these videos, it might actually activate something. And that's what I do them. So that's it. You can't force people. As much as we want a better Nigeria, it will go at the pace it's meant to go. But one of the things that we can always do, we can always hold our politicians accountable. Just say Africa has started something. You can start something. Maybe you find a way where you can probe them. You find a loop in the judicial system. You look for something. You can create a movement. Whatever thing that you can do, but don't go and attack your fellow citizen. Don't go and injure someone. You can protect your ballot boxes. Ijo election, they will do their own means. You to mount men. When I was in school, we had manual. People are making once. Use manual. Different organizations are in Nigeria. Where are they today? They can do something. They shouldn't allow people to steal ballot boxes. If they bring violence, attack them with violence, kill them. I'm not a preacher of love where I'm preaching religion, where I'm saying if they want to kill you, shouldn't kill you. Whoever comes at your life, or Nigeria is our life. And if you love this country as much as I love this country, if you love this country as much as I love this country, you should know that whoever wants to steal ballot boxes against your life, attack them back. They are the ones, that's tyranny. They are imposing their will on us. And if you are opportune, don't allow them. Don't allow it. These people say they thrive on fear. They know that Nigerians are scared. So they go and steal ballot boxes. Before they get there, some of them they actually build guns, they hold guns. I understand that part. But sometimes a lot of things is just held in fear. I think not there's still ballot boxing in Katen and they were unable to. So a lot of things that can be done to cover these things. I know we have a lot of useless elders. If you say you want to go against those useless elders, it's understandable. We have all those kind of things, but not your fellow citizen that doesn't even have anything. They have as much skin in the game as you. They have kids, so it's easy for you to say, oh, we need to attack these people because you saw a video of some people receiving palliatives. But you need to also understand that they have kids that are hungry at home. In the moment, that's something for them to feed. I was in Songo one period, I think that was sometimes last year or before election, I've forgotten now. They were sharing money, 50,000. They said people should pen down their names, they were going to send them money. If you now some people rush to it, and it's because people don't have money. You might think because you are doing fairly okay, it's like that. It's not like that in this country. A lot of people do not have money. Maybe your own issue is light. Some people actually do not have what they will eat. Some people have not eaten. Maybe in their house, maybe they have eaten only once a day for the past 5 days. And it's not because of Ramadan. They have eaten once a day because they don't have any opportunity at a meal. They will do anything for a meal. If you have suffered before, where you know the value of a meal, you know the value of, you know what I'm talking about. Some people will do whatever for a meal. And you need to move from that compassion, from that understanding of understanding their plight. I think I've had enough talk on that. Today, I'm talking about persevere. While talking about consistency yesterday, persevere is something you can't talk about consistency without talking about perseverance, because you can't be consistent if you don't persevere. The instance where I cited that the lady, she picked her dog food. She was picking leftover meat, and so a stranger saw her and was looking at her weirdly, where she told him that she's taking the food for her dog. That's perseverance. Just something to get by. You need a reason. You have to get by. You know that there's a better thing in future. You know that if you do whatever, you get so results. So you want to see it to the end. That's perseverance. What is occurring in Nigeria right now? Some people see it as perseverance. It's like, oh, we already live in a fairly bad country, and someone is trying his best to make things better. So let's persevere. Let's suffer the moment so we can enjoy in future. Hopefully they are right, because me, I'm hopeful that I'm praying that they are right. That everything that is happening now is aligning for a better future. Nigeria needs us. By some metrics actually, it feels as if we have a promising future right now. And that's something to look forward to. So some people are persevering that whatever the situation is right now, it's getting us to a better Nigeria. Now let's go to definition of perseverance. Perseverance is the continued, determined effort to achieve a goal despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. It signifies steadfastness, grit, and the refusal to give up on a purpose or task. Synonyms: persistence, tenacity, doggedness, determination, and resolve. I would personally like to add ruggedness. In a good scenario where I see someone that they are chasing a goal, I tell them, oh, they are really, really dogged. If I'm not saying they are dogged, I'm on, you are rugged going. Like, if I hear your story sometimes and I'm like, oh, you went through something like that and you made something of yourself, or you are trying, you are still trying. I'm like, oh, you are really, really rugged. You have gone through something and you are something. I try my best to not say it's where cause people are. So I advise you, don't go talk on for where cause people do, not be people about you. I say it to my own fellow guys, I say to people that I know about that you rugged, like you went through something and you came out like that. So the earlier definition was from Google. This one, Cambridge definition. Perseverance. Now, continued effort to do something even when it is difficult or takes a long time. Usage: it took a lot of patience and perseverance for all sides to reach an agreement. Over and over, they have shown perseverance in the face of adversity. Eventually, her perseverance paid off and she won a contract with a major recording deal. I hope with those points you get a drift of what perseverance means. It means that you are dogged, you don't give up, regardless of the circumstances. You wake up today now, oh, how can we get things? How can we get the ball rolling? When it fails again, wake up tomorrow again. How can we get the ball rolling? Reason why it is a point to note separately is that you can persevere and not be consistent, and you can be consistent. You can't be consistent without perseverance, because there's a quote on Twitter that I like. Someone tweeted one day that consistency dey pay off, but you go nearly craze. And no real shit than that. It doesn't get realer than that. Consistency pays off, but kò torí result ẹ̀mí àfẹ́ bọ̀. Like you will go through it, you would actually think you won't see results. It will look as if nothing is forthcoming till everything comes. I say this to myself most times, and it's because I've seen it happen. Do you understand? And I'm chasing something now. If not for, it started to change. But for a long time, it felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I had people, yeah. It felt like we didn't know what we were doing. Do you understand what I'm talking about? For a very long time. It just feels, oh, we are knocking, no responses. We are doing this, no responses. And you know how crazy you have to be, like, you're at the door and you're knocking. But the thing with perseverance is that you are convinced there's something else on the other side of the door. Do you understand? So as long as you are convinced that there's something else at the other side of the door, you have enough grit. You want to keep knocking. It's impossible now. So that's what perseverance comes from. You can't persevere if you don't love what you are doing. Because when you start getting some no's, you start rethinking that, oh, do we really need to do this thing? It's okay, yeah, you can persevere if you don't love. Hunger about more. There's no other option for you where you just have to keep knocking. You don't have any other option. When I cited yesterday that Sion was at Whiskey's gate, according to Whiskey, he said Sion was always at his gate. The security was chasing her away. In that scenario, I would like to believe that Sion didn't have any other option. She just had to be at that gate. That one day you will help me. Boy, you will help me. By force, by fire. And Whiskey gave her a bath. I know some people are actually lucky. Some people knock on doors and immediately they see responses. Maybe they have connections. Maybe. But for me, most of the things I've had to knock repeatedly that because I don't have any other option. Like this, my life. I gamble my life a lot. I read something a while back where this the guy, they traveled. Then they had crossed the sea. Then they were like, oh, the stuff is harder than they presumed. So they cut the rope. The leader, I think it was Napoleon, he cut the rope. The boat was away from them, the ship. Now there's no turning back. We have to go forward. And that's how I lead my life. There's no turning back for me. It's forward ever. I try my best to not look back at all. There's nothing for me at the back. There's nothing for me. Everything I need is in the future. That's another point to even note. Nigeria is one country that I love a lot. And a lot of people like to cite it as if we have had glorious days. Nigeria has not had glorious days. Maybe in the 80s, I didn't witness it. From narratives I had, from my father, from things I've seen, Nigeria has never had glorious days. When you look at some things, you tend to think Nigeria was good. Maybe when flight was 17,000 naira. 17,000 naira at the time, now only rich people get down. Like there's always been segregation in Nigeria. In Nigeria, children of nobody do not get jobs. You need connection. You need to look for connection. Those kind of things have always existed in Nigeria. People tend to now look at it now when they look back and they're like, oh, it used to be better. That's what nostalgia does to you. It fucks you up. You think it used to be better then. Yeah, you're on social media these days, you see people talking about when they were kids. The only reason why your past will be better is because you have limited yourself in the future. And funny enough, some people have actual childhoods that were fabulous. But some of us, our childhood was not entirely fabulous. What we look forward to everly is the future. Same thing for this Nigeria that I talk about. A lot of things have always been costly. When I have conversations with my mom these days, there was a period we were having a conversation where I think I saw something on Twitter that day and I was at home. Then we were talking about pricing of stuff. She was like, oh, when she was working, when she finished like me, when she was done, my mom wasn't opportunity to go to uni. She went to catering school. So when she was done with catering school, she got a job at Plaza in Songo. When she got a job at Plaza, she said she was earning, I think, 50 naira at the time. They were selling house 500 naira. They were selling land 500 naira, 1,000 naira. Let's say she was able to buy land. Then when we sat and I said, get off your alley. That why didn't she buy land? When we sat down, we did the maths. Totally impossible for my mom to buy land. And that's how the disparity has always been. Now, for some people, they had rich parents. I understand that part, that for people that have like privileges during all those seasons too, those privileges are starting to wear off. I get that part. Even me, I tend to look at it, when I look back, I looked at the conditions that made my suffering easy. It's not as easy again. When I was in school, I could be down to my last 10 naira. If I wasn't checking, I was taking markups. A lot of people will feed you. Now it's harder for people to feed you because they are barely feeding themselves, except for a few good people. Number two, if money falls on the floor, you could see 50 naira on the floor. 50 naira is enough for me when I was on a level. 50 naira will get you, it won't get you a meal, but you drink garri with 50 naira. You buy garri 20 naira, you buy sugar 10 naira, you buy groundnut 10 naira, you buy pure water 10 naira. That way, you see, you already have a meal, something that can keep you going. A lot of people do not have those access today. You can't easily just see money. My mom made a joke last time I was at home. When you can't see money on the floor anymore. And if you see money on the floor, if you have this 50 naira, it doesn't do much anymore. So I understand that part. But at the same time, we don't need to paint it as if Nigeria has been really, really good. I understand that we need to fight for a working nation. I made a video, I said we need to even eat the streets. We need a protest. We need this man. We need people to know our grievances. Do you understand? Fuel is increasing. People's income are not increasing. I understand the part that Afghanistan war, this, that, a lot of economic conditions. But a working nation, a serious nation, will understand that the government is meant to work for its citizens. If you guys have to take pay cuts, whatever means, the citizens are meant to like subsidize their suffering. And in time, bro, people will eat the streets because people are actually suffering. I foresee if the things don't work 2027, 2028, if this man enters back, people are going to get frustrated. People think it can't get bad. But I honestly believe and I hope that if it continues like this, people eat the streets, things scatter, it booms. I would always try my best to do my best for this nation. I actually love this nation. I love this country. This country, I don't know what this country has done for me to love it so much. I think my dad painted stories for me. I don't know. I just know I love this country. I want to see it work. And because I want to see it work, I hate it when people are sabotaging this country. Let's go back to what we're talking about. So perseverance is, if you see a better future, you want to go at it. I will cite $1 Million Baby again because that's where you get consistency from there. You get perseverance from there. Perseverance that she just kept showing up. She just kept showing up. The trainer said he doesn't train women. She felt she didn't have any other option. She had to be there because there's no other gym for her. So let me just keep boxing. I've seen what this man does for that people. If he ever takes me on, my life will change. She just keeps going at it. After she starts again, the man pushes her off. She still keeps at it. Perseverance. You need perseverance to actually become something in life. Everything me have chased, everything of value that I have chased, that I have gotten, they came with intense perseverance. I had to wait it out. And during the period of waiting it out, it's not you just waiting. So perseverance is not waiting. Perseverance is you are doing. The Cambridge definition: perseverance is the continued effort to do something even when it is difficult or takes a long time. When you look at our clothes, what we are doing right now is perseverance. I try my best. How best can the clothes be? What can we do? What kind of clothes will people wear? Okay, I'm going to the gym. What kind of clothes do I think I can efficiently market by myself with my day to day? I put a lot of things into consideration. Now that's something. You are persevering, you are working. Persevering is not just nah, you enjoy waiting, like you are working at the same time you are waiting, like oh, one day they wear our clothes, one day they wear our clothes, you are designing clothes, one day they wear our clothes, you are doing marketing, one day they wear our clothes, you are everything that you think needs to be done. And me, I'm a clothing director, so I'm an entrepreneur, but I focus on clothing right now. Clothing, it has to always take my thoughts. I'm not just waiting it out. Look at this YouTube that I'm doing. It started from, it's a spill I thought it was spill off. It's a spill off of the clothes. It started from, oh, how can I market my clothes? So I'm waiting it out, but at the same time I'm working. The lady, she was showing up at the gym, she was working out, persevering. Then it goes beyond that thing too, because the journey is a tough one. You need emo, you need survival, perseverance. It builds you. I think perseverance is what even builds you into the person. I Ezra, the person that founded Paystack, during his saga, I was opportunity to find his IG. On his IG, there were days that he ate his cat's meal. I don't know if it's me that didn't understand that part well. I'm hoping it's me. I've had seasons where I had cats, where I didn't have enough to fend for the cat, but we ate my own meal together. Not me eating the cat's meal. So I understand perseverance where it's a strong journey. I can connect to the lady picking off the leftover meal. I can connect to a lot of stories like that. And it's because I've had periods, even till now, I still persevere. Like, I just need to keep going. And it's like, what do we need to keep going? As long as I can see a little bit of hope. I don't even need to see hope because this is my life. I don't have any other option. For some people, for me, if I'm going at something, there are no two sides. I do other things right now. As an entrepreneur, okay, I'm fighting. It's a battle. But on this side, it all boils down to me. So I have to make a way for myself. Do you understand that kind of thing? It boils down to me. I have to make a way for myself. And that's where perseverance comes from. You can't give up on yourself. If you give up on yourself, just die. Don't become a waste man, just die. I tell people, if my life doesn't ever work out for me, I think I'll be dead. The person that puts my thought to words is Jake. I never lose, but if I ever do, I'll probably self-destruct if I ever do. I don't think we have lost yet. I think it's still like an ongoing battle. We are going to win. At any point where I'm defeated, if I'm defeated enough and I can't find hope for myself, I would not take the job of a waste man. I would just die. And because I know that for now we can persevere and there's a way out, I persevere. Perseverance is your life. You can't give up on it. Do you understand? If you want to achieve a goal, for instance, now if you set a goal that you want to sell 100 teas, last year if you go to our gym, that's one of the things that I think I wouldn't do again like that. I wouldn't do as much. I'll still do it. I'll talk to people. Now, if anyone knows me, they know that I'm closed off. I've read Bodin now. Aside me reading Bodin, it's something I did it like a while in uni after I read Atomic Habits, where they said we should pen down some habits that we would like to infuse. And it helped me know how to talk to people. But we live in a country where in Abeokuta I think it's still like a bit different. In Lagos I met like so a lot of fabulous people. But on the side you also meet not so fabulous people. People that they want to, I think there's a bit of competition in Lagos where if people see you, they feel threatened by you. I like to believe that. So in that situation where you're talking to people, they want to show like there's a bit of power play in the situation. And I don't really like it. I don't subscribe to the school of thought. I don't entertain it. And I think me asking them to buy my clothes is it gives them a bit of ego boost. Because of the clothes are essential to me, I'll always do it. But on the side, I need them to change. All of you, change your ways. You know yourselves, you know your heart. If you have the opportunity to see this video, I want you to change. There's nothing to life. There's nothing to life. All of us are still going to die. And for a matter of fact, some of these people are not even really doing well. Astaghfirullah. I won't be the judge of that. But still and still, perseverance. So if you want to sell 100 teas, if you map out that, oh, if I talk to 5 people a day and 2 people buy, if we do the math, 2 times 50, that's 100 teas. Do you get like that? So now you can break it down that if I talk to 5 people a day, blah, 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 you do your maths, you get a lot of no's. But if that's your only strategy, or that's the only option you have, if you are down to your last. When I started doing that last year, I lost a lot of money early last year. The only means for me was the only means that I could see was, because it's like certain. If you have clothes, you sell clothes. It's not market, it's not forex or crypto or whatever. It's for me. If I'm not doing that, I'll be in like financial markets. So it's not like probability. If you ship in clothes and the clothes are nice, you sell them. If you're unable to sell them, you always have the clothes. So you have your money in reserve. At any point when you're able to sell your clothes, you sell your clothes. So it makes sense to me that, I think this is the time that I have to go all in on this clothing thing. Let me bring in clothes. And later I lost my money. I sold my car. I was like, let me bring in money. Let me bring in clothes. And we brought in a lot of clothes. Do you understand? Attack them. And because I didn't have money for marketing, I had to do mouth-to-mouth marketing. For my sell clothes, this, that. And I got a lot of people contacts. That's why I dialed back and said, I met a lot of fabulous people in the process. A lot of fabulous people. I met this guy. I told him about the clothes that day. Then I met someone else. And they dampened my spirit. Do you understand? So the other guy, I buzzed him initially that, after my bro, I saved you from earlier, I got your number concerning the clothes. And he didn't really respond. The response, I think, because he might even be going through a lot himself. I don't know. This as thing like you can't tell about the other person except if you guys have a conversation. So we talk, but the conversation is not really smooth, and I just like let it be there. Since I already told him about the clothes, if he's willing, he'll get back to me. Then this guy, he bosses me like 3 days after. I found my bro, send the clothes now. He's hyperactive. You understand that kind of thing? And I found it lovely. I really, really found it lovely that someone was like that. And that was not the only person I met like that. I met a couple of like very fabulous people that when I didn't do it just the gym. I did it in places that I know that I could just go somewhere. I met someone in the mosque. I met someone on the streets. If I don't jam you and I think you are like the kind of person I would love to wear the clothes, or you fit our clientele profile. The kind of person I would love to wear the clothes. The kind of person I feel can afford the clothes. I'll create the conversation. What's up, bro? I sell clothes. We have like a new collection now. I did it for pre-sale. I did it for after sale. I did it for the normal sale. Do you understand? I did doing our promo. I did like a little one we're doing promo too. So it's just me looking at it that how can we make it? And this kind of mass is what I did then. That we want to sell 50 shirts. If I talk to 5 people a day, if 1 or 2 people buy, and I can make 1 or 2 sales per week, I promise you, we did more than that on most weeks. If I can make 1 or 2 sales per week, this is something. We're a small brand. I see it as a small brand. I don't do like this. We are not big. And you go to the market to be, we'll be big. We'll be big. So, perseverance. In the moment, I met a lot of people that wanted to humble me. I met a lot of no's. But at the same time, I met a lot of yes. And it increased my doggedness because I proceeded to make Snapchat from ad, so I was sending DMs to people on Snap. I think there are some pictures. I was sending people's DM. It's something I wouldn't usually do. You understand? I was posting every day on Snap. It's something I wouldn't usually do. And it was because I could track our sales. Most of our sales, people that I got there, most people that I spoke to, they were on my Snap. So those posts were like reminders. I got some people's numbers. Do you understand kind of thing? And it was lovely. It was actually lovely because I had like a couple people that I barely even talked to. They reposted for me. So perseverance is something. It's an essential topic. It's a state of mind. Whichever door you are knocking right now, if you are convinced enough there's something there, you can find sustenance whichever means. You can do whatever to sustain. But as long as you are chasing something worthwhile, bro, it takes time. I don't know, some people, they might be opportune though. But for me, I'm saying it from my own perspective. It takes time. Whatever is worthy of you. And it takes time because you have to get better. It takes time. A lot of things. And it's in those moments, it's when you are persevering that you build that character. It's when you are persevering you get better. If you are knocking on the door for money, if you have not made a certain amount yet and you are working towards it, maybe that's when you learn how to save. Maybe a lot of things. So if you persevering and it builds character where you tend to understand people. When someone is saying a suffer story to me now, I understand suffer because oh yeah, I went through something like this. Do you understand that kind of thing? You can even say more relatable stories because a lot of people are suffering. So if you talk on other people too, they can also understand. It just don't matter. It's not for people that are, when you're at the top, you still chase things. As long as you are chasing things, as long as we are humans, you always chase things. You need to persevere. So that's what the just don't matter even means. Do you understand? Perseverance. That everything they mean the just don't matter. Everything I've been talking about from the first day up until this moment, their body of work that will ensure that the odds do not matter in your life. Their body of work that will ensure the odds do not matter in your life. If you persevere enough, they will look at you that are you insane? Are you insane? Like, how? Everybody has gone back home. You are still here. Osimhen's story is one story that I love also again. When they went to the stadium in Unicom, it didn't work out for him. He had almost given up. His dad, give up, okay. You have never done enough. Do this. I was watching a friend of mine yesterday. He was talking about his experience about something. And I told him it's a perseverance story. Like, he said, I love his friends are not in that line again. They are tired. They are him. But he just knows that he's going to make good out of it. That's it. That's perseverance. You know that, oh, this thing, when I tell people about our clothes, in the moment it feels as if we are small. Me, I will always say it. We are still small. We are starting to sell, but we are small. I'm at Toby. And because I'm keen on it, do you understand that kind of thing? So I just keep knocking. So before you persevere, you have to ensure that that thing fills you. I don't see myself doing any other thing right now. It's clothing that I see myself doing. A lot of other things that I do, they have taken a hit because I got involved in clothing. I could invest some money in, there's a way I used to do my maths before. Oh, I have so amount. Okay, let me see if I can flip it. Let me see if I can do this. These days, 80%, and I'm barely even now making money. I'm barely making money, and I invest almost everything into the clothing bag. This video, it started from there. A lot of things. That's perseverance. Perseverance and hard work. That's another topic. But perseverance that, oh, this thing is something I want to do. So I'm going to persevere. I'm going to suffer the moment. I'm going to keep putting in the work and keep suffering the moment to ensure that this thing becomes what I want it to become. And the beauty of it is that when you persevere, it does things to you also. It builds your character. It teaches you how to save. A lot of things. And it's part of life. It grows you. It will build you for your future challenges. It will be the endurance. The evidence, people will see it. Do you understand? People will see it. Perseverance is something, it's a very, very important topic. And it's because whatever you are chasing, it requires perseverance. A lot of people do not have it. I think one edge that we have coming from the wood is that you can persevere. You have suffered. A lot of people, and the reason why it's an essential is that if you don't suffer this suffer, you will still suffer. You find roadblocks every time. Anytime you try your best to shoot, you will hit blank. Maybe you might not, at the beginning of your journey, you might not have a gun to shoot. When you get a gun, you might not have bullets. When you get a bullet, you might not know how to aim. Do you understand? So the thing with perseverance, as you persevere and go through it, you are learning. It's a learning curve. You just keep at it. You go till you reach where you are going. But till you reach where you are going, you just keep knocking. Go. In Millionaire Baby, the lady was going to the to the for boxing training every day. She was persevering. The man was always saying he doesn't train women, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. Till the moment he approved of it. Asake's story, if you listen to Asake Grind, solid song. When he go reach my turn, no. He was striving every day. You see, that's a good story. One song that covers it well for me is Never Stop by Future. The part where he said, I'm a easy boost moves in my Reeboks. That means the way I translated the line, it was I was making like essential moves, even though he had something of substandard. I don't know. That's how I saw it. Then the part where he said, I've forgotten the exact line, but it was talking about people just seeing the dream after takeoff. That tears in my eyes. Yeah, that part. I can't forget where I came from. It's coming from way back. And yeah, you can't forget. Do you understand? So perseverance, it builds, aside the journey that it gives you something else that some people can't take away from you. It builds endurance in you. It builds the fact, like once you persevere and you're able to reach sustenance in one thing or two things, it's hard for people to tell you that one thing can't be done. So that spirit of grit, you need it. It fuels you, and that's one of the best things you can have in life. So you can only get it by persevering. If you don't persevere through something to see it to the point of success, you won't be able to persevere through anything. So you need to do it. Builds you. Perseverance is one of the things that build you. If you want to, I don't think this video will do enough. Listen to Never Stop. Listen to Never Stop by Future. It's a full song. It talks about perseverance. I can't forget where I came from. People won't believe in you. As long as you think it's a dream that is worthy enough, persevere. Keep going. Don't stop. Never stop. Keep going. Never stop. He keeps repeating to that song. Keep going. Never stop. Keep going. Never stop. And it's because that's what the journey is about. Even people that you see at the top, they still repeat it to themselves, because for them to stay at the top, they are persevering. It comes with challenges every day. As humans, we are posed with challenges every day. People go through it. They grow through it. You go through what you go through. If you see anybody that is still sustaining, especially in Nigeria right now, they are going through it, but at the same time they are growing through it. We keep praying to God that the sustenance to persevere, we always have it. A lot of people, when I sold my car, that was a low for me. I persevered. Now I'm fairly better than that moment. Do you understand? We have been able to sell, we have sold 100 pieces of clothes after them. Do you understand? So perseverance, you just have to persevere. At the same time, I'm not where I want to be right now, so I still have to persevere till I get to where I want to be. Do you understand? Perseverance is a very important topic. It's an human trait that we all need. Today's video is short, it's lovely, and I think it contains the points. If you listen to Never Stop after this video, it covers everything. Nothing where anybody need to tell you again. You need to understand that you need to keep going. If you have a dream and you think it's worthy, you have to keep going. Nobody's going to give you any handouts. Nobody's going to help you out. You have to keep going. You are the one that has found the worthy. You are the one with the dream. You have to persevere till you see it to fruition. Now, it's not only dream. Even people that work 9 to 5, they persevere. Do you understand? You have to persevere. You have to go through it. Whichever the scenario, as long as you are in something, if it's a career, if it's a dream, if it's a job, you have to, and you know that you can bear fruition of something better, you have to persevere through it. Have a nice day. Have a blessed day. Thank you for watching these videos. I appreciate you. Bye.